This is the first of 3 programs about work as a journalist. The standards and qualifications are typical of those required worldwide. This program deals with broadcast journalism. Broadcast journalists investigate, gather and report news and current affairs that they present in a fair, balanced and accurate way through channels such as news bulletins, documentaries and other factual programs for radio, television and online broadcasting. The work of journalists has a far-reaching impact. It may even shape our perceptions of our world. Broadcast journalists can play a number of roles within the media, including editor, reporter, presenter, news anchor, producer and domestic, foreign or special affairs correspondent. Although day-to-day responsibilities and duties will vary from role to role between radio, television and the internet, journalists will generally be involved in generating ideas for stories or features and following leads from news agencies, the police, the public, press conferences and other sources. They will also spend time pitching ideas to editors and researching and collating evidence and information to support a story using relevant information sources such as the internet, archives and databases. Scripts for bulletins, headlines and reports must adhere to legal and contractual guidelines. Appropriate locations, pictures and sound have to be selected. The journalist will need to exercise editorial judgment regarding the best angle from which to approach a story. When covering a story for broadcast journalism, it is important that the necessary resources are identified and technical crews, including sound operators and camera crew for location shoots, are deployed and managed. An essential contribution at this stage is the provision of directorial input in advising crews on what to film or record. Let's pause for this message.
This is a tree that was never chopped down to make a crutch that was never needed by a child who never got polio because a vaccine was never in short supply. Thanks to people whose compassion wasn't either. You can help Rotary end polio now. Learn how you can help at rotary.org/endpolio. Rotary. Humanity in motion.
Welcome back to the program. Broadcast journalists must be familiar with portable digital video, so-called DV cameras, and other equipment to record material and appropriate editing software to produce complete packages for broadcast. They must be able to prepare and present material on air for both pre-recorded and live pieces. They must be efficient at identifying potential interviewees, briefing them, preparing interview questions, and conducting both live and recorded interviews. Time is an important factor in the lives of broadcast journalists. They will spend a lot of time and energy preparing timings for each news item and monitoring these during broadcast. Breaking news is important. Every station wants to be the first to present a scoop, so deciding on the running order for bulletins and making any necessary changes during a broadcast is something the journalist must always be on top of. As in all journalism, developing and maintaining local, regional and international contacts is a large part of everyday life. Journalists spend a lot of time attending meetings, taking part in conference calls, meeting with colleagues to plan the content of a publication, conducting reference searches, reviewing their own work and amending work in response to feedback from their editors, selecting appropriate artwork and checking page proofs and color proofs from printers. Well, that's it, the first of 3 programs about work as a journalist. This program looked at broadcast journalism.